I mean, I really appreciate this brother. He don't even know. I really appreciate this brother, man. In Atlanta, a lot of bullshit, a lot of fake dudes in the city, man. My man come through in the clutch for me, man, on some real shit. What's up, bro?
Chilling,
Assalamu
man.
alaikum.
Walaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Good to have you here, man. You gotta
Yeah.
introduce yourself. Put the mic, man. You on Filoosh talk, man. I know you been in Clockaway a million times. We on Filoosh talk.
I mean, if y'all don't know me, I mean, Mr. 106 in Park, Source Magazine, Coors Light, Smack DVD, and anything else you want to claim. I mean, I've been around for a long time. I mean. I've been grinding for a long, long time. I've been grinding so long, I've been grinding past half these kids' life.
And that's real rap. But we in a time, just always remember this, where it's all about timing. Like the grind don't stop for none of us, man.
Oh, no,
you know what I mean? Like you got one of them flows, you one of the spitters in the city. And we from we from that city where we got some real spitters.
Yeah.
So when you in that top tier, you gotta know that, man.
I mean, I ain't gonna lie, like, Philadelphia, like one of them places where Jesus could walk out the sky and walk to the ground, and people would be like, man, I could do that too. You know what I mean?
Ain't lying. You ain't lying about that. So,
you know what I mean? With that being said, you know what I mean? If people recognize me, I always want to be recognized for a person that work hard.
Yes,
you know what I mean? Like, I always took pride in being independent because I ain't really like nobody to tell me what to do. I ain't gonna lie. And I realized that some things that might seem like mistakes could really be blessings. You know what I'm saying? Just like the worst thing that happened to me probably was the best thing that happened to me. You know what I mean?
That's real rap.
So, with that being said, like music, I love just being real about the culture of it. I grew up in the era where you had to break dance, beatbox. I watched movies like Crush Groove. You know what I mean? Stuff that, a lot of these kids would never get to see from the golden years. So I carry it like the Matrix on some Optimus Prime shit and try to deliver it to the young boys so they can realize just a little glimpse of what the culture had to offer, you know what I mean? When everybody was like more united. See, social media, people think it connects you, but what it really do is separate people. Because they go through the computers for the friendship instead of getting to meet the person and being able to build in a whole spiritual way, you know what I mean? The whole world, you know what I mean? We don't know how this joint gonna go, but from what we've been told about life and everything we've been told from, you know what I mean, just brainwashing type stuff, you know what I mean? Music was like the only thing that really could free somebody like me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I learned how to rap from pain.
Real pain.
Yeah, I mean, back in the day, they used to have them aluminum foil joints on the crib and shit. They was called dollar houses.
Mm-hmm.
And when cocaine first landed in like, 81, 80, 82, in that era.
Yeah.
Everybody ain't know what it was going to do. So it affected my mother. And then, at one point when it got to a certain degree, like how the streets was changing with that, the city put us out. But we had snuck into a dollar house. So, me and my mom, I know what it's like to be go up in some shit, had to squat in that joint and all that. You know what I mean? As a kid. So, you know what I mean? All that stuff that I went through, I learned how to take the pain of it and turn it to motivation through music. Most of the raps that y'all heard from me is memorized freestyles.
Yeah.
I was rapping. I used to go in a Chinese store and rap about everything in the Chinese store.
Real rap.
You know what I mean?
That real rap. But look, we got to do a couple things first because we going to get into an official interview because this a Philly legend. So I got to spin into a few things. First question to ask on the leaderboard up here. They say, where my man Eric at? My brother ain't make it this week, man. He'll be back next week, inshallah, man. I meant to tap into that. Yeah, my brother, he around. We still moving and grooving. But I want to spin into a little news, international news, entertainment news. I got to do that first, then spin into the interview. First, I want to get into this crazy massacre that happened. Young brother killed his kids. Cops end up killing him, man. He killed like 7 kids or 6, 7 kids.
Damn.
Shot the baby mom in another state. You know, some kind of way he had to be battling some deep mental illness and depression. You know, I can't really diagnose the situation. I don't know the situation, but it's a sad story. Condolences. You know, we
How
got
old
to
was
tap.
he?
I want to say he was in like his 20s or 30s. He wasn't an old guy. They got a picture of the boy, man. He wasn't that old, man. But he went on a crazy massacre, man. Killed like an 18-month-old baby, man. Just a real sad story
Yeah, that's
in the
deep.
black community, man. You know, and we gotta start tapping into. You know what? I've been in a mental health field for years, and one thing I'm gonna say that we have to do for us a community is if we notice something off with a family member, with somebody that we know or love, we gotta bring it to the forefront. We can't have people traveling with deep mental illness and nobody puts a point on it until something crazy happens. Because a lot of times we show signs of these types of things before something crazy happens.
And it's real. You know what I mean?
You
People
know.
be a lot of like people don't got nowhere to vent. You know what I mean? Like, and then a lot of people don't want to be seen and like they going through something, so they don't want to reach out to nobody. You know what I mean? Because we taught as men to try to hold our problems and hand them ourselves to ourselves. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Well, these young boys don't really got nobody to really guide them. The internet, though.
I mean, it's sad. You know, I'm going to tell you something about the young guys, man.
Mm-hmm.
Being young could be like a drug sometimes because you got to want it too.
Mm-hmm.
Even if it's somebody that's trying to give you the game. If it's a family member, if it's a neighbor, if it's somebody at the masjid, at the church, it's a man that can touch you in these communities, young brothers. Ain't nobody gonna tell me it ain't no black man that can touch our young brothers in our community, man. If any young brother reach out to me and there's any way I can help you, I'm gonna help. And that's something genuine, man.
Yeah.
You know, so we do have to be a resource. It's easy to say help is out here, but we gotta be a resource too. And figure out better ways we can help. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because, you know, you got to think about it, man. These young guys, they avoid work sometime and responsibility. And a lot of them go upstate to work for 15, 18, 29 cents an hour for years on end. So we got to really think about the choices that we're making in life, man. Cause what they doing with the feds and Larry Krasner, they not playing with these young boys in the city, man. It's sad. And also in Philly news this week, FS the Bender took a plea in a gun case with the feds, man. Sad story. Young brother was just heating up a little bit in the music, catching a little wave, and the cops locked him up, man. And only Allah knows when he getting back out. We gotta move smarter, man. He was talking a lot on a podcast in different places about being untouchable. None of us as human beings are untouchable, man. God gonna test us, man. So we gotta watch what we say and how we move, man. This shit's serious out here.
Yeah, man. They can't be trying to be famous just to go to jail.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Once you in there and the reality settle in and as time go by and as years go by, you gonna reflect on your life. I don't care who you is. You could act like I'm ready for this 40 years. Yeah, okay. You ain't. You ain't. And you can look at and talk to anybody that been in jail after 40 years or 30 years after 20 years, and you can ask them and be like, yo, did you have fun? They're going to be like, man, they already kissed the pavement. You know what I mean? So, like, all that giving your life away, living fast, dying fast, to get rich or trying to go against the older people against the younger people, all that's buffoonery.
Right.
Because everybody got to learn off of each other.
And we got to mend it. We got to stop saying them young boys ain't listening. We can't touch them.
Yeah.
And the young boys got to stop saying F them nut ass old heads. Because you got to be able to gain something from the old heads. You got to respect them first. And respect is gain. But if you not around, if you out here moving around, how you going to find somebody to respect? You understand what I'm saying? Like,
I ain't going to lie though, like a lot of times, the young boys, like some of the people that be ahead of them, like older than them, they did so much stuff to mislead the young boys. They don't be respecting them. I don't know real young boy really want no old head that want to act like him. So like, you know what I mean? They gonna be like for real. They gonna act like they like it, but they really in their head like, the fuck out of here with that.
But see, you know what you gotta do? And I'm from the hood, you gotta start. The older you get, you gotta decipher. Yeah. All right, that's the old heads that's still in the streets. Mm-hmm. All right, that's the old heads from the hood that's working for the water department, the gas department, the trash department, pushing the wheel too, looking good, still shining. You got to figure out what lane you want. You see what I'm saying? Because, believe it or not, they done polished up a lot of these guys from the hood, man. The dudes our age, they working them jobs, bro. Yeah. The boys that was deep in the streets.
I'm one of them.
They working them jobs. And you know what it is? I've been working them jobs the whole time, man, honestly. Like, since I was young, I realized that working is a part of the man. And until you reach a certain level of success, where you say, I don't have to work, which we haven't reached yet, we got to work. So, even in dudes who hustle, right? How many dudes make enough money hustling that they don't have to work or hurt nobody? I mean, they really feeding family, paying rent, they handling their vices, they really handling business, not just around. Some jokers just around. Yeah. I'm talking about the dudes who moving and shaking. And we know how that go.
Being productive.
You know what I mean? Really being productive. Because I always talk about this on Filoosh Talk, just men pouring into themselves. And a lot of people, some people give me kickback about that, but I believe that. Yeah, young man, take time to be by yourself. Be single. Build your foundation. I say it every week. Because guess what? A lot of these young guys are dependent on women and different outlets that ain't going to help them. That might make their life harder. You understand what I'm saying?
And take a lot of their time out from them being able to get where they need to be. Because, life real too. Like, especially when you life and you a man dealing with a woman, and if she got your emotions and all that, you trapped up. Because women be maturing faster than young boys. For real.
Way faster.
They be already.
And a lot of them more successful when we just talk about every day putting in the work to pour into yourself first.
They're going to utilize that system for that paper. The girls going to go out here and get it.
Yeah, you sitting around playing. Y'all dudes still on PlayStation and this shit all day. These chicks moving and shaking.
Yeah, because they don't want to depend on nobody, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Because, dudes got the money. They start acting and doing how they want to be. You know what I mean? Girls rather have equal share.
This shit they got real, man. Yeah. You know what I mean? That's why we got to have our game intact. But listen, we got to get to the music, man. Like I said, we got one of the Philly greats, man. I've been seeing this guy spit. I've been seeing him move around, grind. I've been just seeing him. I love his energy. You know what I mean? Because movers and shakers, no movers and shakers, man. So, what you think about the music? Like, I know you have a lot of music history. You've seen different generations of music. What do you think about where Philly music is at right now? Like, not even the whole music industry, just the city. We're going to start with the city. How do you feel about the city? And I have a follow-up question to that.
I think
this sound deep. My man had to take a breath for this one.
Nah, because I think that it's a lot of talented people. Right. I do. I think that it's a lot of talented artists. Like I from everybody from Tor, Leaf Ward, Santos, uh,
Core.
Core. Yeah, I like those rappers. Of course,
Ryder.
Ryder. Oh, that's Ryder dope.
Oh, that's Ryder. He like the nastiest in the city.
Even the boy I was battling with OT the white boy.
I like OT the real.
Yeah, I mean he
too.
still be rapping like you know what I mean. So,
Young Chris, I still love his
definitely,
flow
definitely.
Too,
but you know, besides that, you know what I mean. I think that music would be a lot better if people really educated themselves about it. But the attention span on music make people have to wait until they finally hear something, then they be like respecting it longer after the fact. Like for instance, when you hear about people and they talk about the DVD era, they try to really forget about it and all that. But for real, it was one of the most important eras because it was the first reality TV. It was. Right. It captured everybody and their moment at that time, whether it was on the streets, wherever it was at. But it never really got the light until certain people showed that they was paying attention, like when Eminem put it on Rap God and all that type stuff.
Man, that's when Philly was hungry, nasty, disgusting, like crowds.
But that's what Philly known for. A city where the underdogs could become the champions. And once people start like really like locking into that, they starting. Cause I see it's still a few OGs around like me and Hollow Man and Sandman and Frankie Grippers and people that just love the music. So we always gonna try to push the bar. You know what I mean? But like I like rap until it get to a point where it don't got no substance. If all your raps gonna be like, I want the Addy, I kill your daddy, call up your pappy, I make him happy. All right, that's like a never-ending song to me. Then, you know what I mean? It's like they want to lullaby all the songs, but talk about killing. And I mean, you know, it be real like that, but at the same time, I be looking at it like, what is the killing for? I'm like, I'm not really understanding. Cause you know I heard when all that drill music and stuff came out, like all the young boys used to play for a football team, and then they separated, and then that's why they be keeping score of the bodies. So you know, and I've been around a lot of the young boys. Like they indicted, they going. I love y'all, but they understand they was men. We all know how it go. You can only give but so much advice.
Do you think they really understood?
My young boys love me for the simple fact that I never left them. Right. But I'm just saying that I was always there with them, like all of them. So I don't got the same type of relationship that most people probably got with their young boys if they was one of them dudes. Because it wasn't a drug thing with me. It wasn't like, it was more like a loyal thing. It wasn't like I was giving them packs and shit. It was like young boy, you know what I mean? They was never biased of me because we always together. We split them chicken wings. If they was sleeping outside and I had a car sitting, go ahead, young boy, get on the seat, man. I went to draw last night, you know what I mean? But that was me, you know what I mean?
See, we gotta always be able to put ourselves on that level. And one thing I do when I spin through the hood now, I give them that working image. Mm-hmm. I'm out the way. I don't deceive. Yeah. And I don't have nothing in. I don't know where that shit at.
Yeah, Salt Pepper Gang.
They where it used to be. Where you used to. I don't know nothing. All that. See, we gotta stop even deceiving each other. You know what I mean? Acting like we in a game. Acting like we hustlers.
But that's what they like. You gotta be truthful.
Right.
You know what I mean? I tell a young boy in a heartbeat when I'm on the block, they be like, Anna, why you leaving? I'm like, y'all niggas was just shooting the other day. I'm out. I got to go. I love y'all niggas. All right, Anna. All right, love y'all. But you got to keep it a beam. Don't sit there and be trying to wait around like, I ain't got time for that. I need generational wealth. And that's what I want to teach young boys. Get some generational wealth. Because the world changing daily, as you can see it. All that y'all chilling on corners and being around certain places, gentrification is coming. They're gentrifying it. Every now you look at a neighborhood, it got buildings you never seen before, and the people less, and more of us not there, and more of us in jail.
What part of the city you from, my brother?
West Philly down the Black Bottom.
Woo, down the bottom,
Yeah,
West
all
Philly.
day. I represent that all day. Black Bottom tribe right here, baby. That's all day, King.
Yeah, West Philly, the bottom. Shout out,
but
man.
I'm not a geographical nigga. I feel like I'm West Philly in heart. You know what I mean? Because I got a lot of niggas that's from uptown that love the shit out of here and treat me way better than some West Philly niggas. I got some niggas that in South Philly that might have been, you know what I mean? I go with it. I fuck with who love me. You know what I mean? I ain't got no time to be geographical and be like, oh, because you from West, you ain't a sucker. No, you could be doing some sucker ass shit. Right. And I ain't no yes man. So, like, you know what I mean? If you a yes man, or one of them type people that want somebody to co-sign everything you do, even if it's nutty, you ain't gonna want me around
you. Yeah, you a sucker.
Yeah, I can't do it. I'm probably becoming in my old age an introvert. You know what I mean? Because the more and more I realize the blessing is to make it home to your family and kids.
Oh, that's definitely the blessing.
That's the unspoken
everything
blessing.
Everything that we do.
I see a lot of people don't make it home.
That ain't a lot, man. So listen, back to the music. I got a question to ask.
Right.
What can we do you think, at this point to improve the way we get the Philly sound out to the world? Like, if Philly have hot spitters, hot battle rappers, we could do reality, whatever we want to do.
We gotta start with the infrastructure of the city. First of all, none of the people that did music in the city got nothing to do with controlling nothing. Right. There's a bunch of dudes out here that everybody claiming like they the bosses that's throwing fish fries, getting paid all day. You know what I mean? For nothing or whatever they doing, and stopping the other people that really love the culture. And it's like the best kept secret, but like don't nobody want to say it. Like it's crazy.
How do we highlight it? Like, I want us to reposition it. Like, I think it's our time.
We already know that.
This our time block right now. Like, if Philly ever going to hit, this is the time that we have to unite. That's why I love the album that Mike Knox put together. Because I believe there's no way in the world that it takes this long for our artists to come together on tracks in the same studios and feel that we're not against each other. We're not battling each other. We're not beefing.
The only time that really worked, because, like, all right, this how, you know, like I said, man, like, I gotta just keep shit a beam, man. You know what I mean? Before that type of situation could really come, people gotta really take certain shit out their heart. You know what I mean? And I mean, like, it got to be some real man-to-man talks for that to really happen. You know what I mean? Because it's a lot of times when people was up there and they was around these people, when they could have did this before. Yeah, so you know what I mean? At that point, not that, listen, if people come together and they want to do something and there's going to be some real unity, that's what's up. You know what I mean? Me personally, my whole time doing music, people been trying to block my blessings with this joint. And I that's why I don't even really want to try to do no politics with no Philly people, because I'm tired of the fake love. You know what I mean? It's too much fake love. It's too much people going with the program. It's too much people not standing up for themselves. Like, nobody not speaking about nothing. People glorifying people, like the girl that just got killed. Like, they got shot 18 times or whatever in the joint. That was some nut shit.
Yeah, it was goofy. Very
like,
goofy.
You know what I mean? All that type shit that keep happening. Then what's that boy, young boy, LGBTQ? How that shit happened, man? That shit don't make no sense. The PNB Rock dying in California. Shit just happening crazy in the world. And it's happening in Philly too. Like, you know what I mean?
But that's because we got to get a true hold of our community. Because we killing people every day, and it ain't just a matter of time where it's going to be closer to home. People that's famous, people we love. Yeah, it ain't always going to be somebody on the news we don't know. You see what I'm saying? So that's why we got to do much as we can before that emergency time.
If we going to come together, we got to come together with all the bosses, the real people, the street people, get together and build something that they can't take from us. Because Philadelphia, when we come to the music game, everybody that got on gave their power away to another state. That's why we don't got no infrastructure here. What was the last record label? Philly International?
Right.
Rough House.
Right. Right.
That was too long ago. You know what I mean? That was a couple generations, few generations ago, right?
Yeah.
And ain't no label here now. It's everybody whole thing. They think, oh, I gotta get on, man. So I gotta go ask another person.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta go out Atlanta, man. That's where it's at. I go, no, you ain't gotta shift it. Learn how to do business.
We gotta run to Atlanta. We gotta run to the other states.
Learn how to do business. Get them old heads, like put them to the test. The ones that's out here saying they the bosses and they do something. If do something to build the young boys up. Do something to save some lives.
We gotta manage them. We gotta do something.
It's a lot of people when it's time for some showing off. That stunting, they bring out the Bentleys, the coupes, they do everything. But when it comes to helping black kids or helping for something that when people out here dying and all that, don't nobody jump to that.
They had the 1,000-man march last week from the crime scene of the young lady who got killed out west.
That's crazy.
That was heavy, man. Shout out. I couldn't make it. I had to work.
Yeah, but what's crazy about the girl that got killed and buried next to the school, too. That was crazy, too.
Mm-hmm.
There's been a lot of crazy stuff going on.
We gotta speak out against it, man.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I'm doing it right now. I'll be telling them on tales from the jail. This is me every day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. That's why I don't like. I'm not saying like I'm like it's. I know for sure, right? Philly, like we'll do something for the money or like something like that. That'll happen. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. People will always be like they doing this, they doing that, right? But for real, it shows how Philly is. Why we not getting the proper lifestyles, like getting the chance to do the things that we watch other people do when we way more talented than them.
That's because our connection is off.
Yeah.
So we in a tight city, right, where we feel like
we're looking for the
we
handout.
don't have to get in the studio with you. We don't have to pay homage to you. Yeah, we need all of y'all. Yeah. We need you. We need Ness. We need all of y'all.
Yo, it's funny you said that.
We gotta see, just look at New York, man. Mm-hmm. How far is New York from Philly? They doing everything we talking about.
Yeah.
French Montana, man. Shout out to Frenchie, man. Max just came home and he became a star in 5 minutes.
Put his man right on.
That's hard work. I'm talking about straight in the studio, hits, loving each other. New York is filled with so much talent. But Dave East did an album with Young Chris, man.
And it was crazy.
Come on, man.
And it was crazy.
Dave East did an album with Core.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's talk heavy.
Mm-hmm. And East been down. He was that's his
fuck
fault,
a lot of the city.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But
he respect the culture.
To show that same love to each other.
Yeah, I mean, you know,
he coming down the turnpike grabbing us, man.
Man, I don't even. You know, I've been in this joint for a long time, man, and I done seen all the fraud stuff. I done seen everybody try to make. You know, when you a person that say the truth and you speak, they immediately, you seen it. In the world, that's what they do. Because the music industry is built full of fragile people. Right. Yeah, I mean, they people that love to see us with all the chaotic and music and all that stuff. But then it's in the in-between, they really scary, I mean, people that don't really want to be a part of it and want to act like they better than anybody that came from poverty.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, you know, when you dealing with that and then you dealing with black people that be cooning, like Amos and Andy type stuff. And people be sitting there allowing it, you know what I mean? And then you would say a real dude like me would be like, yo, you ain't just see all that cooning? And they'd be sitting there and be like, oh man, you know what I mean? Come on, Shell, man, with that, man. Ain't no come on, Shell, with that. He's a coon.
So let me ask you this. Spinning off. What do you think about the battle rap culture? I know you spent some time on it.
Battle rapping is more like WWF seminars now. It is decent, you know what I mean? I ain't gonna lie. I'm excited by watching it, but the fact that what they do and they prep themselves for the person and battle and all that like that right there, you know, that shows a different form of battling. You know what I mean?
When you start talking about your old girl and
No, that's cool. Like all the ignorant shit, because I'm a disrespectful motherfucker. You know what I mean? Yeah, I tell a nigga, I pistol whip your grandmother and all that shit.
Damn.
I tell you, know what I'm saying? That battling is battling. Like, it ain't no, you know what I mean? I didn't take that. You know, I did say lines like that. My pops was a gun. I was a bullet in the semen, destined to be a weapon since a baby breastfeeding. Ooh. I was saying that shit in 2004. Whoa. 3 years. Yeah, that was old shit. That's why, you know what I mean? But it was more, it's like, what they doing now, we want to do it because we from the old and we know that we help build that, but they don't want us to rap like ourselves.
Right.
So we got to conform to doing all that, you know, double entendres and all this and all that to make you feel like, oh, I got to be a super lyrical nigga. No, I'm going to just get right to you niggas.
You going straight.
Yeah, I don't play with them niggas. I'm not doing all that metaphoric shit. I'm here to talk dirty. That's why I don't do that battling shit too, because it's still going to be limited because a nigga like me going to be so ignorant to the point if I did that shit, nobody would like me. They wouldn't.
You getting dirty, nasty.
No, I'm just saying they wouldn't like me. Like, you know what I mean? Because I would definitely teach them niggas that we really help invent this shit with that shit. You know what I mean? And like, you know, Reed and all of them, I give them big claps because they went against all odds. Even Murder Mook, all them dudes from that time. I like, my man, he dressed up like the funeral, did the boy like it was a funeral and shit.
Who, which one?
He was at the, rest in peace to Fox 5 too, man.
Rest in peace,
yeah, man. That was my guy, man. We battled in Too Raw for the Streets in New York too. But Toucan, what's the boy I like? Loaded Lux. Loaded Lux, I like him too. The boy Loaded Lux and K-Shine and them.
You like
I like Tay Rock too.
Yeah?
Yeah, I like Tay Rock. Mm-hmm. I like the battling, but you gotta understand when I battled and when Reed and them, they was 15, 16 years old. I was the oldest, like 22, 23, shit like that. And going out there and battling them niggas and all that. Our life was on the line.
That's when battling was battling.
There wasn't no money. There wasn't no money involved in that shit. That shit was Philly. We from Philly. And we in your neighborhood. Fuck y'all niggas.
Damn. Mm.
That's how it was. You know what I mean? And you know what I mean? You know, but you know, Philly good for erasing their history.
So did you ever run into a monster battling? Like a motherfucker had you like, hold up, man.
I battled a lot of motherfuckers, man.
I know you had some shit. That's why I had
Beans battling Slaying Farms.
Woo!
You know what I mean? No, he crushed me.
Yeah.
Yeah, he fucked me up in Slaying Farms.
Yeah.
My man Land was like, don't do it. I was like, I got to. I got to. Because we used to come outside and rap on the bench every day. He used to make raps like, remix Rakim joints and shit like that and be like, you know what I mean, and make Beans was still Beans back then, you know what I mean? But, you know, when I battled him, I was a fast spitter at the time. So I come in, you know what I mean, the generator, the Terminator, the illustrator, all that shit. He, not today. You know what I mean? And he walked it. But Beans remember this, you know what I mean? It was a boy named Freak Nitty, rest in peace to Rahisi. We was on that block on Colorado Street. Ace Leon and all them was in there. And I was, this years later. And he was like, Shell, I got my man Beans in here. You know what I mean? In the crib, come spit.
Mm.
Yeah.
That's
yeah, I came, and he was fucking with me from that day. That forth. He had he had my shit playing in his 94 Honda and all that. Yeah, you know what I mean? Yeah. But Oskino and me grew up together. We used to battle each other. You know what I mean? Sparks and them be around. I battled Jazz Fresh. I battled a lot of motherfuckers, kid. Like
shout out to Sparks, man. That new brown paper bag money. That shit sound crazy, man. Major shout out to Sparks. Yeah. A lot of times it's good to see the underdog. You know what I mean? Sparks
is amazingly talented, bro.
Bro, I've been fucking with him since they was ICH.
Yeah, for sure.
What I mean? Like,
for sure.
I'm a real rap motherfucker. Right. Back with this music. You know what I mean?
And you know, like the reality of it is, state property is very special, and it's a shame that they don't get looked upon as how special they was and how special at the time frame of them, because you know that Too Raw for the Street was right under that Rockefeller run. So it was like they had the radios, they had all that, and we had the street shit. You know what I mean?
But see, that's why Rockefeller needs to be more united so they can teach the youngins. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They're so big, so if they're beefing and they can't do shows together properly, that's what we got to show, bro.
I personally would like to see a Rockefeller tour, like all of them. I would like to see Jay and Dame not beefing. I would like to see the state property get the real love they supposed to get as the group that they is. But I think that politics separate all of that. Right. You know what I mean? Right. So people don't get to enjoy them as much as we could for them being up, because they definitely held their own against Nas, the Locks, and everybody else, and would get treated like they regular people. Like, not saying that people not supposed to, but like, give them they flowers for what they done.
Right.
Like, and Philly don't do that. Because if EST walk down the street right now, niggas be like, man, Rakim walk down the street in New York, people like, yo. Yeah. Fuji Rap walk down the street in New York, people be like, yo.
Yo, EST, he was spitting that shit. Like, I don't care what nobody say. We got some Philly guys. I'm not going to ever let us downplay our
But he not in power. And it's crazy because he should be a big part of the Philadelphia music scene, especially being able to be an artist that rapped and then wrote hits for Beyonce. Like, come on. Like, you know what I mean? Right. Everybody from Philly got to leave and can't feel safe where they from.
We got to figure a way to rebuild the infrastructure. And it starts with stuff like Filoosh Talk, man. Like,
and not hating.
I'm dealing with artists that, you know what I mean, I love, that I deal with. You know what I mean? Like, it ain't no politics when you come up here, man. You know what I mean? So
if a rapper hot, he hot. If a person thorough, they thorough.
There's a lot of little loopholes with all that. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
a lot
that's
of
because
people.
It's a lot of politics going on. You know, back in the day, like before, people, even though like it was still crime and it was certain stuff, if a person knew somebody would stand up and there was another dude would stand up over here and another dude would stand up, they could come together and stop a lot of shit. You know what I mean? That was the reason for them basketball games and all the stuff that Philly used to do that they was culturally known for.
Right.
And it's not no more of that. Like I be telling people all the time, you know, young boys ain't got no place to go.
Right.
But you go in them white people neighborhoods, they got YMCAs and all that.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's just, man, we need to do more as a people and come together and create something for ourselves.
And when the time do come, because it is a lot of brothers running their nonprofits, a lot of brothers trying to hit the community, I want the youngins to click on to that. You know what I mean? To utilize the resources. Resources is never going to be good in our community if we don't know how to utilize them. You know, there's some stuff going on, even with getting back to work. A lot of people don't know how to find jobs. Tap in, man. Start tapping in. Get you a professional resume. Go to CareerLink. They letting you get your CDL for free. Yeah. They helping you getting certain certificates. Stop saying it's not out there. It's around. Go right to Germantown and Haynes, man.
Yeah.
CareerLink. They got resources there, bro. I'm sending you. Any man that want to work, go there. I guarantee you, you sitting there for 2 weeks, you be working. Take my word, man. And they help you get trades. The government is letting millions of dollars go.
Ain't nothing wrong with living and leading a positive lifestyle, man.
Right.
You know what I mean? Get your license. Do what you need to do. Get a degree. Go out and get you an LLC. Start a business.
These guys with CDLs make more than a lot of drug dealers, man. Some guys getting their own rigs. They making more. The stuff is long term. They ain't got to look over their back.
Shoulders. Right. That's all I was about to say.
They held straight and learn how to stay woke.
And they traveling, seeing the world, seeing the country. And you know, that's the best thing for you to be able to come from a congested city to going somewhere and being able to breathe real.
We come from nothing. You know what I mean? So we got to see more of the world. Travel, youngins. All y'all youngins out here, right? I see a lot of this. In y'all 20s and stuff, man. Get a passport, man. Travel the world. Some of y'all don't even have a baby or a kid yet, man. Go travel the world, young brothers.
Yo, you right about that.
Like, stop sitting in this, cause we could get caught up in the trap of just looking at the same thing. Like, I like to go look at the white sand and blue waters every so many months to refresh my
Like
mind.
what, like St. Thomas or
all that Caribbeans, Mexico, Jamaica, man, they love me in Jamaica.
See, I'm more like a like log cabin, go out fishing, that type. You know what I mean? I'm into that type stuff.
See, hiking. I'm like on the beach, all you can eat.
Oh no, that's lovely.
Fresh seafood out the ocean. Bring me the biggest crab, man. You know what I mean? I want to talk crazy.
Yeah,
I want sit out there with, and you know what I like? Believe it or not, man, when I be out Jamaica, man, them boys is real hustlers, man. Like, you never seen dudes more organically hustle doing stuff that's not really illegal. These dudes sell cigarettes, cigars, and do hacks and make more than a lot of drug dealers we know, man.
But they also got a certain type of island love. That where they share everything and stuff like that and create, like I'll be going to my folks' crib and they from like the Cayman Islands and all like that, and I noticed the way that we even eat and how we do stuff around each other, it seemed more like a family than even just friends, man. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? I'm glad that I got to meet some, because I ain't never been over the islands, but I'm about to go to the Caymans. You know what I mean?
It give you a different feeling, man. And just seeing people that don't maybe have much as us, I like to sometimes to see that and just to see how grateful people are.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, see kids structured. They ain't on no bus. They ain't in no
How
Uber.
How long the trips be?
Like 4 or 5 days, man. Just a little refresh back to work.
Nice. That's a nice 4 or 5
I ain't really like 7, 8, 9 days. That's for dudes with money.
Yeah.
I'm just a guy. I'm trying to, love the hard work that I do.
Right.
I ain't took one in a minute. I'm really ready. I ain't took one maybe in like 2 years. I went through a little troubles with my passport, but the Lord knows best, man. I'm a soldier, man. Like, I started traveling when I was in my early 20s, man.
Right.
So I always be telling my kids, my oldest son, 27, man, man, travel, man. You don't have no kids. You got a girl, like, show her something different.
Yeah.
Like, that's going to help your relationship when y'all go away and smell different air. Y'all ain't got, y'all ain't arguing, but y'all just living it up. Let's eat, drink, and enjoy each other for 4 days straight.
I mean, that's the gift.
You know what I mean?
Life is the gift.
Or some young men can go away with their young fellas that work hard, man. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? A lot of young boys ain't doing this. The chicks, they gone. They on a plane, they tend to
for sure.
Wheels up. We sitting around, when you gonna get this together? The chicks traveling, man. So, young men, get out there, man. Let's see the world, baby. You know what I mean? So, what's your plans with the music? Are you planning to go full throttle? Do you see yourself managing artists, doing some crazy music? Like, what can you do in the next 12 to 24 months? Because your talent is there. So.
Yeah, but I ain't selfish. You know what I mean? Like, I try to do, behind the scenes, a lot of little young boys and stuff, I helped a lot of them. You know what I mean? But I never bragged about it. I never was like on that time. Because, at one point in time, for 2 years, me and Sparks, we had our own open mic at Trend Centers. You know what I mean? But we was just bringing young boys and letting these folks come in for free and just catching them. And I would teach them the game at the end of the night. Me and Sparks would freestyle with them. And we call it that night. 2 years, we never had a fight in that joint or nothing. You know what I mean?
That's that music. See, that helps. You know what I mean? Man. Like, that's what we need, stuff that's tangible for the young.
I'm all for helping the young boys. So is Frankie Grippers. Like, he got a program right now that he building right now that he working with down in South Philly to teach kids about music and art and all that, like real live classes. You know what I mean? My mom was an activist, you know what I mean? Studied the Black Panthers, all that type stuff, you know what I mean? So I kind of understand what what kids from poverty need, you know what I'm saying? Right, so, you know what I mean? At the end of the day, we for the people. Like, I'm not biased against nobody because I'm really for anybody that comes from fucked up situations. You know what I mean?
That's heavy.
But
a lot of blessings in that.
Definitely, like, I don't like how kids get scrambled about who they are, where they come from, and people don't take time out to show them about how to be bosses. Yeah. You know what I mean? A lot of times when people in Philadelphia know something or know how to do something, instead of them teaching it, they make you pay for it.
True. Talk heavy.
So
that's
you
real.
know what I mean? It's like,
because we don't know on the back end that can mean something more powerful.
So my thing like this is, all right, first of all, I got an album coming out called Man vs. the Machine. I did all the production for it. And I got, you know what I mean, my own little video crew. I got a clothing line. I got a company called BBI International, Black Brothers, and then Incorporated Internationally, Black Bottom Incorporated Internationally,
Heavy.
Black Business Inc. Incorporated Internationally,
Heavy.
Big Brother Incorporated Internationally.
Heavy.
You know what I mean? But
talk that talk.
But definitely like I got some young boys, and I definitely got some folks. Shout out to my boy, young boy Burner. I mean, my boy Black Ass, he in Raccoon City, this and that. I went back and started getting my young boys from down the bottom and all that, and my folks and my brothers, because I don't ever want them to think that I forget about them with this music and this joint. But right now, I feel like everybody underestimates people, whether because of age or whatever the case may be. And I'm 49. So I don't want nobody to think like I'm one of them dudes that's scared to say, oh, how old he is and all that. I ain't here to play games, you know what I mean? Right. When I come for this joint, I'm gonna make sure that everybody know, because all these Philly rappers really know I'm their favorite rapper. You know what I mean? Heavy. But they don't want to say it. And I'd be like, why so many years y'all ain't want to say it? That's how I knew when the Black Ball was in. You know what I mean?
But see, that's when you keep dropping. Yeah. You gotta make it to where they gotta tell you, man. They gotta tell you.
I take pride.
And when that album drop,
oh yeah,
we want you at Filoosh Talk.
Oh
man.
yeah, and plus when the album drop, you gonna be able to get it everywhere because it's gonna be real good business done. You know what I'm saying? It ain't gonna be like, oh, it's just a mixtape and it's that. Nah, we gonna get to it. We're going to shoot these videos. I want you to come
up here and play a couple joints.
Yeah,
like,
definitely.
That's the kind of shit I'm starting. Definitely. I want to start getting with the artists playing.
Mm-hmm. And when they see these, and when they see what I'm going to be doing with these little series and clothing designing and all that other type stuff, I'm going to continue on to put people on that's independently doing stuff and helping them. You know what I mean? I got a lot of connections, a lot of people. I got connections to Australia all the way up down to Libya. Yeah, you might be thinking, man. People might be sitting back thinking, yeah, because it's time to globe trot. Mm-hmm. It ain't like, it might be some stuff going on in the world and all that, but we're going to let a Lord God this. We ain't going, you know what I mean? I'm going to go chase that bag for real.
We ain't come this far, man. You know
generational wealth, man. That's what we need as black people. I'm just keeping it a bean. Because everybody is like, I'm not like when them white kids, Japanese people come over. Everybody come over here and capitalize off of what the blood of the slavery people and our black people went through for this country.
Listen,
you know what I mean?
I gotta give you your flowers before I start trembling to the end, because I'm a real dude, man. Like, I ain't gonna get too deep. But I like the real men, you know what I mean? I like this man came through me when I say clutch shit. I ain't even gonna get too deep, but the love is real, man. A Philly fucking legend in the building.
I appreciate it.
And all I want to do right now, man, all I'm asking, I got one last thing I'm asking, man.
What's up?
I want my man Toucan to throw a motherfucking beat on before we leave out of here. Because people don't really know who we fucking with right now. They don't really know who in the building. We got to let them know who in the building. My nigga Shellyano in the building, man. He get ready to give us something nasty. You want to leave out a Filoosh Talk, baby.
Yeah. I'm from the home of brotherly love, sex, money, and drugs. You say the wrong thing, get you murdered in cold blood. Stash house in the ducky, block of work in the tub. Christians is your frames, biz the color of strawberry. White butter leather on fresh pair of mulberries. They only $15, but look how I'm hurting them. I only won once, I bet the whole hood purchase them. A lot of niggas getting deals, but record labels jerking them. It crossed me like that, I'ma be in the office murking them. Tell the neighborhood I'm about to cause mass hysteria. Word on the streets, the flow is sicker than malaria. Yeah. I live where anything can happen in my area, so I bulletproof the car like a shit on Captain America. You gotta be careful when you dealing with bricks, cause niggas will trade on you like Rico did Mitch. It's money over bitches, never forget that shit. Cause for the right amount of bread, you suck your enemy's dick. Yeah, I learned how to utilize the power of the eagle. There's nothing to get you rocked like Sean Penn and Carlito. And picture that Perico got me dripping with machismo. Living that Desert Eagle got me feeling Vin Diesel. Call me and I get at him like Tommy and Casino. I keep it Campino. Still rockin' black on Dickie like tuxedos. Still squeeze off that black chrome black eagle. Still rep the hood and still reppin' for my people. You know I took the hustle route. I sold rocks the size of Brussels sprouts. These lock you in, I was the nigga that'll bust you out. Fuck these bitch niggas really talking about. And yeah, I had fiends on the corner for the lookouts. I seen shootouts and janazas and cookouts. Real shit, nigga, I could put a book out. I do the shit on verses with no hook out. They can't stop when I'm major. Sharp as coke on a razor. Jim Trill smoking like Frazier. Gun blazer, mental entertainment. I'm part of the concrete, part of the pavement. And I grind like a nigga on a slave ship. Neo in the Matrix. Let me see, it's like Metallica. Or an astrologist nigga like Jay Antronica. Guns still bombing you niggas, I be atomic. Flow sick enough to make bitch niggas start to vomit. I hit the whole world, shake it up like Halley's Comet. They say shell, S-H-E-double-E-L. Take away the S, you got nothing but hell. Drone semi-auto burners with shells. Flip niggas horizontal and parallel. Fuck with me. Man, I never been a sucker. I was fucking your mother, that make me a motherfucker. I can bring the lightning and thunder. So take me under 808, my PP number. Somebody to my mother, that's what I told him. And traded for a nigga, I'm a big boy. Tatted on my arm down in Monohoy. Gun reppin', gun heat and learning the lesson. Bet you what ya, I get ya. From my city and scepter. Leave all you bitch niggas on stretchers. Deep as the seal nectar. Bombing it, drumming it, conglomerate, there ain't no stopping it. My opposition in my composition, writing up in my composition. Make me switch lanes like it's pole position. You see my vision, I'm colliding, riding, still surviving. Wanting a piece of the rock like Verizon, making it still lava. So survivor, I hear the tiger, home of the Sixers and Flyers. Woo! Filoosh, yo, what's the situation? I got some water from the poppy store. Let me get a sip of this hydration. With no relation, regulation. So fuck the situation. I got enough bars to battle the nation. Trust my heart and hope to die. Still cool as cheese, I'm coolly high. Rapture. Woo! We just talking shit.
Let it on fire. Shaliato come through for Loose Talk. What we saying, baby? Yeah. I appreciate you, my brother. This been real live. Sound like him. This been good. Shukran, I appreciate you, man. We out. We see y'all next week. This was real.